says, Facebook has definitely gone too far. Nick on Twitter says, side gets censored, and when they get called out, they say it was a mistake, quote unquote. And a user on Instagram says, unbelievable. This man is clearly a hero. What's the matter with these people? I want to thank this awesome hero for his service. Thank you for your service, sir. May God punish these people for what they have done to you. You are an awesome American.
All right, Jackie, thank you so much for that.
You're welcome.
All right, the time.
He tried to meet with executives. A former Facebook engineer tells Tucker Carlson this intolerant culture has no place online.
Trying to draw a line.
So that's just some ridiculous nonsense going on right there on Facebook. As usual, Mr. Millionaire Zuckerberg likes to take advantage of his own agenda. Honestly, hurting our veterans is one thing. Not giving them housing is another thing. For these people to go and follow orders and do things for our country and then come back home and have nothing is just it's an outrage, to be honest with you. And it seems like Facebook is uprising with this nonsense, I never liked Facebook. I don't have Facebook, never will, because it's just a social place for people who are like bedroom warriors to hide out in and claim that they have millions of friends when they're just electronic friends. And most of them are just, I don't know, profiles that don't have photos and stuff. And really, I don't know, Facebook ruins lives, really. It keeps you from the people who are closest to you. And I mean, when you have a personal relationship, you need to learn to look and turn and see the person next to you and use your words with them that way, because that's the real reason why you're in a relationship with somebody, not to check your wall or see what other people are posting from IKEA or I mean, listen, sharing recipes and, sharing, I would say, family things with your other family is fine, but there's a lot of other platforms you can do it on. Facebook, I just really call that, F-book, because that's what it does. It F's people up, F's up families, and it F's up relationships, because that's what he wants. He ruins people to gain money and monetary possessions like his house, and he's not above the law, and one day he will go down. Mark will go down. But I just seen a lot of this news being reported on YouTube, so I figured, why not? Let me give a comment, because it's deserving of it. You got old lady. If you don't watch Fox and Friends, which, I mean, I don't recommend you do, but if you find interest in news, then go ahead and check it out. It's better than what you get on cable TV, because on cable TV, 30-minute segments, edited all the time, and if you like the story, then where do you follow up with the rest of the story? And why don't they show the rest of it? It's because, the news is, sanctioned the way they are for showing what they can show. Also, the latest and greatest news is finally Roseanne is gone. That anyways, she's been the same person since I was a kid in the 80s to today, which, okay, if you're going to be one way, fine, be one way. But I mean, do it for the right reasons. Don't do it for, gaining, what I would call ratings or, making your show a little more popular. But honestly, I never found Roseanne an intelligent person. Even the script writers that were writing the scripts for her, obviously, if she was writing her own, that's even worse. But she's never been intelligent. I'm not sad to see her go. And, ABC, they can find a better show, something a little more better for fans. Let's see what else we got going on here.
Acceptable and what's offensive or too offensive. I think it's dangerous and it's impractical. I think it's this huge strategic misstep.
The outrage over the deleted Facebook accounts comes as the Supreme Court agrees to hear a case that could decide if users can challenge social media companies over free speech. Fox News reached out to Facebook about Kolfash's censorship claims. It hasn't responded yet.
Well, I can imagine a lot of people are using social media to criticize Facebook. So what are some of the folks saying?
Yeah, well, we asked you, has social media censorship gone too far? Melissa on Instagram says, Facebook has definitely gone too far. Nick on Twitter
Amen.
says, only one side gets censored, and when they get called out, they say it was a mistake, quote unquote.
Amen.
And a user on Instagram says, unbelievable. This man is clearly a hero. What's the matter with these people? I want to thank this awesome hero for his service. Thank you for your service, sir. May
May
God punish these people for what they have done to you.
Amen.
You are an awesome American.
Thank you.
All right, Jackie, thank you so much for that.
You're welcome.
All right, the time now is 54 minutes after the hour. Two strangers now have a bond they'll share forever.
We are a match. And I'm giving you my kidney.
Wow, the story behind the life-changing gift only gets better.
So cool. And you might know her from Sharknado.
Yeah, on comment on that, that's a real news story. Honestly, that's what should be reported on. Fixing city streets, redoing parks. Those things matter, really, honestly. They should matter to you. Repairing schools or giving a school a new playground or basketball court or something for kids to interact with each other on, that's great. I'm not really all for the 110% tablets in school, and let's do our schoolwork on electronics because electronics fail us. I still think that we should be writing stuff down. I think our children should be writing stuff down. And I do think that you need more parents, more activity in the school and not off work and more hours. So I think better jobs, higher paying quality jobs, easier ways to obtain licenses to do these jobs. I do feel like that would be an upward push for education to become more diverse in ways to where it's not so systematically where third graders are taking PSATs and MCAS trying to determine where they're gonna go. For me, I didn't take a test until I got into high school. Really, I had small tests in middle school, but it wasn't anything like today. And I think there was also something about this college professor. Let me see. I'll wind it back here.
Themselves with all the free time. So they're joking that they had to put down their phones, actually talk to their families. YouTube rather, did tweet that they were working on the issue. An hour later, they said it was fixed, but didn't say what caused the outage.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. Our next.
Yeah, that's another thing too. I want to see YouTube come up with a reason why last night they were down, and I witnessed this firsthand that they were down because I was watching. I was watching something about biblical uncoverings that you wouldn't believe happen on Earth that no one talking about. That weird kind of stuff about dark matter or whatever. And for some reason, the rest of the pages wouldn't load. So I want to hear what they have to say about that, why they lost their systems. I think it would be a pretty interesting reason. But let's see here. I got this here rewinded.
For the Trump campaign is here with a reality check that the blue wave, he says, is about to face. What does it say there? Stand for the flag, kneel for the cross.
Kneel for the cross, absolutely. And if you don't like it, go to Venezuela.
Amen.
And one woman's snappy advice about patriotism going viral for all the right reasons. Check her out. Good morning, welcome back. Liberal law professors launching a plan today to try and expand the Supreme Court. The far left professors launching the One 2021 project, persuading Democrats to fill federal courts with liberal judges. They say it's to counter so-called Republican obstruction of the justice system. The plan requires Democratic control of Congress and the White House by Inauguration Day 2021, far from a sure thing. Canada has gone to pot. Our neighbors to the north legalizing recreational marijuana overnight, becoming the largest nation in the world to do so. This man, ecstatic to make the first ever sale. Look at him right there with a big smile on his face. Canada now plans to issue pardons for those with small-time weed convictions. Retailers are expecting a rocky start due to supply shortages as producers build out production in a small number of retail locations. Uruguay was the first country to legalize recreational.
Dumb them down and you can control them, man. That's some crazy stuff, man. The stupider people become, the easier it is for them to follow directions. Yeah, man, that's crazy. That's just crazy, dude.
Terry tweets, pay off all my bills and my family as well. You can pay off a lot of people's bills. Also donate half of it to the board.
Okay, I guess it. Asian American applicants to higher standards. Those recommendations coming from teachers and guidance counselors. The trial is expected to last 3 weeks.
Hugely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Game 4 of the NLCS goes deep into the night, and it ends with a walk-off base hit.
3-2. Ground ball, base hit. Machado comes to the plate. Throw by Yelich. Dodgers win it.
And the crowd goes wild. Can you imagine that? Cody Bellinger coming up big in the 13th inning to lead the LA Dodgers to a 2-1 victory over the Milwaukee Brewers. The series is now tied at 2 games apiece. In the American League, the Boston Red Sox even series against the Houston Astros. That series now tied at 2 games apiece as well.
Wish we didn't have to get up so early. We could watch some baseball.
I know, man. That game ended late. Holy moly.
Games, yeah. All right, if you didn't pick up a lotto ticket last night, you still have a chance. The Mega Millions jackpot jumped to a record $868 million.
To get water to places affected by disasters. So they're going to be sending 300,000 cans of water, shutting down some of its beer lines to get this water produced in the cans, sending those truckloads to Georgia and Florida. They did this back with Hurricane Florence, also Superstorm Sandy. So they say it's really important to help the people in the United States, to help those in need, particularly in the areas that they live and work.
Oh, that is well, you got the cans, you got the water. That's really neat.
Nice. I'm going to end this video here.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
It's one of my first live shots, so it is what it is. Just wanted to share. Oh, there it goes.
Campus Reform obtaining emails from Clayton State University's Andrea Allen. She sent them to her students, urging them to attend an event for Georgia gubernatorial candidate Stacey Abrams and take selfies for her. Elizabeth Warren was there as well. The school says her actions are a, quote, gross manipulation of her rights as a professor. It is not clear if she will be punished.
Hillary Clinton tries to support Senator Bob Menendez at a rally, but ends up crashing the party quite literally. And they got the Curb Your Enthusiasm music as well. There she is, Hillary Clinton getting out of the vehicle, apparently unharmed after the driver hit a barricade right outside the New Jersey Democrats event. The incumbent senator is facing off against Republican Bob Hugin in a race that is much closer than expected and is getting a bit nasty at this point as well. That's going to be one to watch here in the next